So when I first came to St. Joe's, I came the summer prior to everyone, the summer of my freshman year. I had to get English 101, and I think there was a psychology course that I had to take as well. No, I think it was math. Yeah, because when I first started in the summer, I had English 101 and I had to take pre-calculus. And it was nice to be on campus before everybody was there. So it was like a good experience that way. We lived in the dorms, it was nice. It was kind of cool. But I remember my English 101 class. Oh, dear God. Um, it was this guy, I can't remember his name. I can't remember the professor's name, but he was an adjunct professor. And I remember we had to have a project at the end. We had to watch Do the Right Thing. And I had to write a paper on it and talk about the Blackness and the racism that is portrayed in Do the Right Thing. I've been dealing with that for my life. I don't need to watch a movie to have someone talk to me about Do the Right Thing. Hilarious. But it was for class. And I remember I went home for one weekend. I said, I have to get this tape because that's what we did back then. This is during Blockbuster days. Okay. And I had to get this tape. And we didn't have a membership because we didn't watch movies. Like, we had cable, like that was it, Do the Right Thing wasn't on cable yet. So I remember my mom signing up and we got this tape and I started watching it and my mom was watching it with me in the beginning. And all of a sudden she was like, this is garbage. This is trash. This is the garbage that they're trying to, you have to watch this. Are you sure? Or do you have to watch this? I'm like, here is the syllabus. And look at page 2, middle section, right there in bold. And it was just, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. And I had to write and do reflections and I was just like, this is the stuff that I go through each and every day. Like, I go through the racism every day. It's hard to be Black and trying to figure out who you are and how do you fit into a world that doesn't really like you because of the color of your skin. And they don't really judge you based on your personality. And I'm sitting here thinking, I didn't come to college to talk about my Blackness. I came to college to learn about life and what should I be doing the next step and what is, so I didn't understand. I did not understand the assignment at all. And then we had to do a presentation. Okay. I'm very, very shy, insecure. It may seem like I got it all going on. No, don't. And when it comes to like public speaking, as I've gotten older, I'm doing a lot better. But when I was younger, I was very shy, very quiet, always stuck to myself, did what I needed to do, and just kept it moving. And I had to do a presentation. So everybody got up, and of course, I was the last one. Everyone in my class was white, except for me. So I was like, we get to see and hear from the word of a Black person. Hilarious. Like, I was the representation of all Blackness that day. They're all like, yes, or just going up. I got up and I started to read. Like, I'm sitting here, I had my paper in my hand and I'm like shaking and I'm reading. And then all of a sudden, a sense of calm came over me. And then I looked up into the audience, I looked at everybody, and my teacher was standing over to my right, and I looked at him. And then I just took my paper and I went, and trash can was right in front of me. I threw my paper in my trash. And I said, look, You want to base everything on race on a movie. How dumb is that? I was just like, that's dumb. This movie wasn't even that entertaining. It was a whole bunch of stereotypes. And if you think all Black people live that way, we don't. I wasn't raised that way. My parents raised me old English, traditional, like still 4 o'clock, we're having tea, all that stuff, right? And so I was telling them about me, and I don't know why. And it looked like at the end, I was basically saying that don't let what you watch judge, like guide you with your opinions. Get to know people. Reach out. Ask questions. Because that's the only way you're going to learn. That's the only way we're going to be able to live around here. Because you're going to take everything from a movie? That's dumb. And then I went to sit down. And they're like, well, on that note, because really I was like whipping out Marcus Garvey. I was whipping it all out. And I was like, yeah. And this person and that person, all you know is Malcolm X. And there's so many others. Did you know that Thomas Jefferson was Black? Did you know that Thomas Jefferson was Black? Mm-hmm. Learned something today. You're like, what? I'm like, look it up. Look it up. So at the end, of course, my professor was like, you still got to write a paper. And I'm like, sure. I don't know. And this is before computers. All we had is electric typewriters. Yes, this is before the PCs. And I just had to sit down and write a paper, and I did. I don't even remember what I got in the class, but I just thought, like, if this is college, I don't want it. I don't want it. So that was my first experience in class. After that, a lot of people were like kind of hesitant to say hi or to, hey, Audrey, and just walk away. I'm like a Black girl. But then afterwards, it was just almost like, okay, I'm no longer home. I'm no longer home. I don't know what this is, but I gotta do it. I already told these people I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So if I may, I will remember my first, I want to say my first heartbreak. Well, my first break of many when I was in college.